From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 70 Indy.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Ready, go.
On first down, Brady. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
For a Mexico City first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Grace don't travel. Delta.
Mike's 54. Watch QB drop.
Now a play fake, Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Mexico City first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That's it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Hey, watch the slant. Box trot.
Twist. Mike's 54.
From the gun, it's Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
30 pace, let's go.
Here we go.
First and 10.
Ready.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quick on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Deuce. Switch.
Leo.
Check. Fresno.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Seibert's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got it.
Check 43.
Check the back. Check.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Real.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. 22 yards on the pickup there. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and... Now Mayfield lost the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Right there, 54.
Brady now on 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Get ready.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
53, Mike.
You better bring it. You better bring it.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
54. Watch the curve.
So after the INT, it's Brady. It's caught by OBJ. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
H3-2, ready, go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, and his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Let's put that team.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Brady will try again on second down. Looking downfield for Godwin. It got his man complete. 20, 10, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Chris Godwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. Now that's Elliott, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
180! Hurry! 53! Mike, 53!
Mayfield on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Mayfield to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. And there they went crossing route. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go!
It's 180!
Mike's 5-4. It's a party now.
Alert, alert!
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Stepping up, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Baker Mayfield, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, let's go!
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the night. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On third down, Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Samson Abukum make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Jones, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Back now in Mexico City. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Brady going to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
60 outlaw. Sam on.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
64 weak. Here I come. Here I come. Set, go.
To throw, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mexico City, first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
Gator.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
And that'll set him back 5.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, but now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put them behind them. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. The run by Elliott, a good one on 1st down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, point it right, point it right, point it right.
24.
They go to Elliott again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield drops it underneath to Elliott. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. A big